Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for quarter 3. This is for July through September of 2024. You have this flamingo spirit. It says, embrace the in-between. You also have this bobcat. It says, life is a mystery. Yeah, I think for all water signs, the first half of the year has been a little bit of a mystery. Things, kind of popping up here and there. And, I think that's kind of like what water has been dealing with in general. I think for you, Scorpio, it's about kind of reading between the lines and paying attention to what is not being said. And so what the hell do I mean by that? Well, in all areas of your life, I think that there could be opportunities, like in work, for example, paying attention to what's not being said or like what's not getting done could lead to a lot of success for you, I feel, Scorpio. It's like you're getting back to your own Scorpio nature of being a detective and really digging into mysteries and things like that. And so, let's say you want to have a business, there might be a gap that needs to be filled, or there might be things that your competition isn't doing. And that's what I would be paying attention to. Maybe you're looking for an opportunity at work. Same thing. I would be, there might be moments where your boss says something and it might lead to another opportunity. And what the hell am I talking about there? It's like, well, I've heard so many stories from people where it's like their boss says something like, oh, we've been struggling to find a person to do X, Y, Z. And then the person speaks up and says, oh, I'll do it, but for more money, right? So there's an opportunity for you to get a raise or a promotion. So I think you really need to listen at this time. I feel like you've been in purgatory. It's almost like you see, it's kind of funny because I feel like some of you, it's like you've been working on a change in your life, or you've been working on making a change, and you see how successful it could be, but maybe you feel like things are not really moving forward, or you've been working, you've been working a lot behind the scenes, and I kind of see you like a wind-up toy. It's like I feel like you've been winding up, and this could be a good thing because it could say that you're about to take off, and that's the feeling I get with these two cards. You have the Seven of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Temperance card. If you want love, not really love reading, there's a little bit of love here, but if you want love, I feel like the Seven of Wands is saying that you need to let your guard down a little bit. You have the Lovers, Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. I mean, it is a pretty good love reading, really. So if you want love, I feel like you have to open up, but maybe you've dealt with like toxic energy or toxic vibes with the Devil card before. So again, I think this is something that either you need to heal from, or you need to kind of like let go of or release or whatever. And, I would be careful of like watching too much stuff on this. I tell people all the time, like if you're watching a bunch of, narcissist videos and, all that other stuff on YouTube, then you're still living in the old story. So I encourage people, that's why I don't do X-Back readings in the first place, because that's old story. You need to start telling a new story. Clearly it didn't work the first time. And so when you're just talking and listening to things about your ex, what are you doing? You're just talking about the old story. And so, and even if you do want your ex back, truly, right, it's like you have to start telling a new story because clearly it didn't work the first time. And I feel like this right here at the top is saying, but the good news is that I feel like you are getting clear on the fact that you do have to start telling a new story. The Queen of Swords is showing up in the good stuff, and she sees things clearly for the first time. So I feel pretty good about this. I feel that a lot of you could be kind of releasing toxic energy or toxic person, or you're just choosing to tell a different story. And I think that's what will make you more successful moving forward. Not just in love. This could be in work or business. I'm still going through puberty, so that's why my voice cracked. But what I would say here is that, I think you're telling a new story. You have the Two of Wands. I also feel like you're taking back control of the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands can be a card of like leaving a comfort zone and, other stuff as well. But really it's a card of taking the lead in your life. And so I feel that, I do feel pretty motivated by this card in your reading. I feel that you are finding more success through taking the lead on different things in your life. And again, that could be one of those things that's leading to a lot more success for you. You have the Temperance card. I feel like the Temperance card is saying that you understand that you are the one that has to change your situation. The Temperance card I look at as transformation. He's trying to turn that water into wine, or really, a card of alchemy. It says that you can have whatever situation you want in life, but you have to change the energy. And I really feel that that Devil, it's kind of weird how I feel about the Devil in your reading. I feel like the Devil, I'm not really getting normal Devil vibes off of that card. It's more saying to me that you could either embrace the toxic energy or you could change the toxic energy, right? And I think that a lot of this goes back to changing the story that you tell yourself. And, I'm a big fan of doing that. I changed my life by changing my story. And so I encourage everyone to do it. And it's free. It doesn't cost any money. So that's the best part about it. Let's see. With the Seven of Wands, you have the World. Could be an accomplishment coming in for you. I feel it's a great time for Scorpio in particular to like travel, to go have adventures. So if you're, for the next quarter, if you're thinking about going on an adventure or even having like a staycation or something like that, I think it would be a great thing for you to do. I've definitely said this in your past readings, and no other water sign gets this, but I just think it's a kind of like a time of expansion for Scorpio. You have the Seven Wands, and even the Two Wands is about leaving a comfort zone. So doing things like having adventures is a good idea. With the Two of Wands, you have the Temperance card. I think you want to change your situation. I think the Temperance card is very simple in your reading. I feel it's just saying that you want a transformation. That's really it. That's all I get on this card. And I feel the Two of Wands says that you understand that you have to take control, or that you have to be the one to take the lead to make this change happen. With the Temperance card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Can't make that up. Wheel of Fortune would be a change in your fortunes or creating a change. The wheel is always spinning in our lives. I always say that most people live in the washing machine of life. They're just getting tossed around all over the place. The wheel spins in whatever direction it wants to. So I'm a big fan of people taking control of the wheel. The easiest way to do that, well, there's a couple. Number one, education. Learning about things that you don't know about so that you can take control of situations that are happening in your life. Just educate yourself on whatever you're dealing with. The other thing is to double down on the good stuff that's happening in your life, and then when challenges come up, again, you take care of them very quickly. I think the number one momentum killer for people in life is, something comes up and you just kind of put it on the back shelf and let it become a bigger issue. I'm a Pisces. I am a professional, make things worse type of person, right? So I know this game, and I know it very well, Scorpio. But what I would say here is, Pisces loves to hide from their problems, right? But what I would say here is that, again, once I started taking care of things right away instead of letting them turn into wildfires, things got a lot better. And so I feel this is about kind of being brave and taking control of the challenges that pop up right away, but also self-education. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Higher Power card, you have this Flexible card. You are a fixed sign, and I think that the fixed signs have really been getting these cards of flexibility, or needing to be flexible, needing to kind of roll with the punches and discover new ways of doing things. I also feel that there could be a little bit of experimentation going on for you here, so it would be a great time for you to experiment with new ways of doing things, new jobs, new ways of doing your job. Like I said, I get this energy of you kind of like filling in the gaps, and I think that could be your superpower over the next, really the rest of the year, the next 6 months. You looking for things that people are missing and kind of filling in that gap. And again, obviously, I don't know what all of you do, so I can't tell you what that is. You're going to have to do some research, but I think if you could listen with that bobcat spirit and listen to what is not being said, that's like where your answers could come from, especially in work is what I'm getting, and especially if you have a business and you're in a competitive industry. I think that if you're dealing with competition in work or business, that again, looking at your competition and saying like, okay, they're not doing XYZ, this is a big gap in the market, doing that is where the success will come from for you. You have the Lovers, the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The Lovers, of course, could represent love. This whole entire row could say that love is coming in for you. So if you want love, I feel there could be a very strong connection coming in here with the Lovers. I feel like it's something divinely guided. This right here is your higher self angel, and he is, guiding these two people together. I kind of feel like you could be, it's like I feel like you're attracting a person who's been burnt really badly before. And so, again, this person, I'm not sure what I'm getting here. This person might be a little standoffish at first, or they might be a little bit slow, but I do feel it's a good person. Ten of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, Knight of Cups. These are really good love cards, so I do feel like this is a good person. I just think that maybe they've been burned in the past, and they could be, I just get the sense that they're a little bit slow, or they don't move very quickly. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. It's also happy home, happy family. So if you want a family, this could be a person that you will have a family with. Again, I feel like this is a really good person. It could be a Capricorn, by the way. You have the World and the Devil. So, it could be a Capricorn, could be another water sign, could be a Sagittarius, could be any sign, general reading. But, again, regardless, I feel like this is a very good person that could be coming in for you. The Ten of Cups, even if you don't want love, and even if you do, the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So I feel there are good things coming in after a difficult period of time. Even if you don't want love, doesn't matter. That's not going to, people love to tell me how they don't want love. I'm like, well, sorry, but that's not going to prevent a person from, being interested in you. And so I feel a lot of you could have a person who's interested in you. That doesn't mean you have to allow this person into your life, of course, but I do feel that there definitely could be love or love connection coming in with that Knight of Cups. A person who wants to marry you, clearly. Four Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire, in your life. So I feel this could be a very strong connection that you are attracting. Let's see what's going on here. With the Lovers, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity coming in for you. So again, this could be a love opportunity. And if it is, Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage. So this could be a person that you will marry, as we already said. The Ace of Pentacles is something that is kind of like nurturing. Kind of like the funny thing about this here, Scorpio, is that I feel like you do want to take care of this person. It's like, especially if you're meeting a person this quarter, which I feel like you could. And I'm not sure how yet, so we'll see how you could meet this person. It looks like maybe, this could be something where you meet a person from a distance. Like if you're traveling or something, maybe you go on Tinder wherever you're traveling to or whatever, and you meet this person that way, or maybe you meet them at a social event while you're traveling or something, but, take it how it resonates. But again, I kind of feel like this is a person that you will want to take care of. It's like, it's almost like I'm not saying they're a wounded animal or anything like that, but it's like I feel like you can sense that they've been wounded, and I feel like you kind of want to take care of this person. I don't know. There you go. Also really good for money, by the way. This is amazing. It's like you're going from here to the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. This to me looks like you're pushing through something financial. So again, maybe you have a business or you're starting a side hustle or something, and it hasn't been going exactly according to plan. But again, by discovering one of those gaps like we talked about, I think that's going to lead to your Ten of Pentacles. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, perfect match. Soulmates could be a person who's different than your usual type, or like a different type of person that you're attracting here, but definitely a solid love connection. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Yes, socializing. Eight of Wands is my card of meeting a person. That didn't work. Meeting a person through social opportunity or meeting a person through socializing. It's also a card of communication. Obviously, if this is long distance, you could start by communicating with this person, and then over time, it could develop from there. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be coming in through like a social opportunity or something like that, but you could start by communicating. Eight of Wands would also be quick movement as well. So this is something that could progress very quickly in your life. And yeah, looks really, really good. I love the Eight of Wands. It's a card of success. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, this is what your future self wants to tell you that you need to do right now through the quarter. You have this Donkey card. It says patience, humility, and sacrifice. You have this Discus Fish card. It says society, vibrancy, and co-parenting. Some of you could be dealing with a person who has children, or maybe you have children, and, again, you'll be co-parenting with a person, take it how it resonates. I kind of feel that for a lot of you I feel like you feel that the energy has been stubborn. And I feel like you're right. I actually feel like it's true. I feel like things have taken longer than you want them to. It's almost as if, I'm going to skip forward to this Five of Pentacles, but it's almost as if the universe has been seeing if you really want something, so especially in work or business. I think you've already started something in work or business, for those of you that are into that sort of thing, and it's like been slow, or there's been hiccups along the way, and now I feel like the universe was kind of like, do you really want this or not? And then you go to the Ten of Pentacles, which tells me, like I said earlier, that you're pushing through the obstacles, and this is a good thing, because I feel like you have proven to the universe that you really want something, and now here's the abundance coming in for you. With the Devil, I feel like you need to let go of the toxic story, like I said. So if you have a past toxic story or situation, I would be careful of continuing to live that story through, the content that you consume. I definitely had that story popping into my head of like watching videos about narcissists or, whatever it is you do. No judgment here, but, again, I would start telling a new story and watch videos about positive love relationships, or, maybe this is your finances. Maybe you need to start watching videos or reading books that are positive about money instead of negative. And that's what I would focus on with the Devil. I feel like the Devil's very simple in your reading. You have the Four Wands. Again, definitely could be attracting a person that you will marry in the future. I feel like this person, it's like I feel like you feel very free with this person. it's like this person won't make you feel, tied down or locked down or anything like that. And, the funny thing is, I think when we're with a person that doesn't make us feel trapped, we actually want to be with that person more, right? And so I feel like this person, it's like, I feel like that they won't make you feel trapped, you won't make them feel trapped, and because of that, it just makes the relationship stronger. So definitely looks like a very good connection to me. Looks very good. I also get this feeling that you and this person do the same thing is what's popping into my head. So again, it's kind of giving me the vibes of you meeting a person through work or through business, because it's like I think you both do the same thing. With the Devil, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely could be a Capricorn. Could be a person who has Capricorn in their chart as well. I also feel like you are improving your resources. We have really good cards of your finances, except for the Five of Pentacles, which we're going to clarify right now. And with the Five of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands says that you're working on something and you need to grow more. The Queen of Wands has to learn as she goes, or as she grows, right? And so I feel that for a lot of you, the Queen of Wands could say it's time for you to be more bold, assertive. It's time for you to take more risks and do more things in your business or in your career, where maybe you have to kind of stand out more, or maybe you have to follow your inspirations more with the Queen of Wands. And I think that's what will lead to the most success. With the Four of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles, changing your story. Four of Pentacles is about holding on too tightly to the past. And so I feel like, telling the new story that you want to live in your life would be a really good idea with the Four of Pentacles. I do feel like you will be stabilizing your finances, though. I feel pretty good about this Four of Pentacles. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of the Four of Pentacles, but again, I kind of feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's saying that you are stabilizing your finances. You're stabilizing the amount of money you make. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Beauty card. It says somehow your looks will boost your earning power. You have this Perfection card. It says you will do much better than expected. I feel that this looks card, I don't necessarily feel it has to do with you. I feel it has to do with how you present what you are doing. So in work or business, the presentation, I feel, could be very important. In love as well, same thing. It's like, in love, your presentation could be what's going to make all the difference here. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean your looks. It could mean, how you appear, which is a totally different thing to another person. So again, something to pay attention to. I also feel you will do much better than expected on whatever it is you're working on, especially, again, if you fill in those gaps. You have the Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords is about gaining clarity, and I do feel that you could be gaining a lot of clarity this quarter. We have a Mercury going retrograde right at the beginning of August, and I actually think Mercury retrogrades are an amazing time to gain clarity over things that you've already done. So, I always tell people, people love to talk about how confusing Mercury retrograde is, and I'm always like, actually, I think it's a time of clarity because you're going back, revisiting things, gaining clarity on what you went through. So I think that this could be an amazing time for you to gain clarity. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. Someone could have done that to you, but Seven of Swords is really a card of tactics, and this whole entire time we've been talking about filling in the gaps and doing things differently. Instead of going to war, he is stealing those swords from that army in the background. So the card itself basically says, how can you do your job, your business, your career in a different way? How can you stand out, or how can you do things just differently? And I feel it wants you to look at what you're working on, your career, your business, or whatever you do during the day, and look how you can do things differently. He also has these polka dots on his cloak, and the polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously. So sometimes I feel he represents like needing to have more fun, or needing to make sure you add more fun to whatever you work on. You have the Ten of Pentacles. It apparently wanted to fly away. And the Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in life. The Ten of Pentacles represents building or leaving a legacy. So I think a lot of you could be building something very successful. This could be a very successful connection coming in for you as well. So looks amazing. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. So definitely gaining clarity, gaining an understanding of your future. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're finally ending this toxic situation here, whatever it is. I feel like something has been, affecting your emotions almost for a long time. And it looks to me like you're finally releasing it. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups right here. So twice you have the Knight of Cups. If you have your eye on a person, it could be your Knight of Cups. It could be your Ten of Pentacles. Again, Ten of Pentacles, as far as I'm concerned, is the best love card in the deck. It's like everything you want and desire in a person, and it's really, really good. So I would go for it. You have this publicity card, so I feel that there could be definitely a lot of attention. If I were a water sign, and I am, I would be trying to get as much attention as I possibly can, and I am. So, I would do whatever you can to stand out, to get attention, to be an inspiration, all that other stuff. You have this practicality card. Yeah, I think simple things are just going to be simple, is what this is saying. It's saying, like, love can be simple. I truly believe that. I think we all make it, like, way too hard, and we make it too complicated by staying with people where it clearly isn't going to work out, where if we really trusted the evidence, we would know this clearly isn't going to work. I need to go find something that is going to work. And so I feel this is saying, something that is simple is just going to work. You have this achievement card. I do feel there are big achievements coming in for you. What did that card say? It said something here. It says, you will do much better than you expected. And again, I think a lot of you have an opportunity to really stand out on whatever it is you're working on. So you can reach great heights. It's going to require work, but I feel there are big achievements coming in. Let's see. And that's the Sun in Capricorn, by the way. You have this speculation card. I feel like you've been daydreaming. For those of you that want love, I feel like maybe you have your eye on a person, or you're kind of like wondering about a person. So yes, they are interested in you, is what I feel like saying there, Scorpio. Definitely could be a Capricorn, could be any sign, could be a Cancer as well. You have this escape card. I feel like you are finally setting yourself free. I don't think you're like escaping from anything, but I do feel you are setting yourself free with that escape card. This looks really, really good here, Scorpio. I like where it's going. Definitely a change as well from the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year, much more emotional. I think you're entering, I'm not saying you're not going to be emotional, but I think these are more positive emotions. So this looks good. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.